Welcome, race fans. Again, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to the channel. I know last week I said we were going to be running some vintage sedans. However, I was mistaken. I did not take a look at the schedule that the Yellow Open guys that I run with were using. So this week we are actually going to be running the Thunder from Down Under. But not that kind of thunder. We are running, however, the Aussie V8 SuperCars. I believe the cars in question are the Ford Falcon. We're running a stock car mod so that everybody runs the same car. It's all about how we set these suckers up. So, a little bit of interesting history here. We are running at Surfer's Paradise. This track has been used for quite a while. It is a street track though, and it has had two configurations. The configuration we're running is a shorter version, and the fastest lap that this track has had was not by a Ford Falcon. The Ford Falcon was the second fastest lap car, driven by one Will Davison. Now, he was able to lap this track in 1 minute 10 seconds, and quite frankly, we are pretty close to that. I think when you watch the race, you're going to see that we were getting some of the faster guys were down in the 109s. So this is a very comparable mod that we are running, and our drivers, again, very quick. We have some of the alien drivers coming out, those being Steve W and Rob. So without further ado, let's have a little bit more. This track that we're running is about 1.8 miles or 2.9 kilometers. It was used for Indy Car when Indy was going down south of the equator and around the bend of the world to get to Surfer's Paradise. It was always a good race. As you're going to see, this is a good race as well. Sit back, enjoy the fun, enjoy the action. We'll see you on the flip side. Here we are starting this race. Now this is a different start than what you're used to. This is going to be a slow rolling start. We're going to position our cars from the end of the last race where we reverse the finishing order and fast guys go to the back, slow guys go to the front. I was one of the slow guys. I had a terrible first race, that's why I'm not showing that one. So here we are. I'm going to be second at the start of this race following Tom A. And so let's see how this goes from here. So here we are, we're slowly rolling down this straight. We don't normally go to green until we pass the first sector. This time we are going to be going green as soon as we turn left here. And 1, 2, 3, we're gone. Here we go. Green, green, green. Off we go around the second corner here. Tom has a good little bit of a run, bit of a gap already. And I am here second. We have Agent Smart behind us. And here we are, we're coming down. This is a very difficult section of track. You got to be very hard on the brakes to make it through here. Make sure you don't touch the curbs. Make sure you don't hit the wall on the way out. If you saw in the rear view mirror, Agent Smart did actually tap the wall. He did not have a good run out of that section. That allows me to gap third, fourth, fifth, which is Agent Smart, Elvis, and Rob. Rob, you're going to see, is a really intelligent, fast driver. We call him an alien. We're coming down. We're coming to the end of this first lap. We've got one more left here. We come into this right-hander. We're going to come down here. We'll touch fourth gear, and then we'll drop down to second, maybe first. Kind of let the car glide and coast through here, and then on the gas. Here we go. We let the car come out. We're coming down. We're ending the first lap of this race. And in the lead, it's going to be Tom, myself, Elvis, and Rob as we cross the straight.
That was a 2:11.06.
This is a good race here. You can see through those series of chicanes, a lot of curb is used, sometimes a little too much, but it's the only way to get through there fast and clean. Second gear through this left-hander, Coming down again, it's going to be another left-hand second gear corner through the Acer curve, we'll call them. And down this straight here to finish the first sector. I'm a little bit closer to Tom, leaving the guys behind us a little bit in the background. Let's go check out and see what how their race is unfolding at this point. We'll be right back. So here we're going to drop back now to the third, and to the battle for third. There's Helvis there and Rob right behind him as we come down the straight into this very hard second gear left and then second gear right. If you do this wrong, you're going to hit the wall. You have to really make sure that you are nice and gentle on the throttle. These cars will bite you if you let them. So you see me going through here, through this chicane section. There I go through again, and there's Helvis and there's Rob right behind him. This is always a good battle. There's Rob looking down the inside of Helvis on that second gear right-hander. Helvis is not letting him through, leaves Rob to fall back a little bit, but don't you worry, Rob will come back. He is one of these drivers that is very good and waits to pick his spot for the ultimate pass. So we're watching here, and as we come by, we see Rick and Steve in the background, and coming down the start finish straight, there goes Helvis. Where's Rob? Rob must have hit the pits, and I believe Tom has also pitted. So with that, let's follow Helvis and see how he does from here. So now that Rob is no longer right on Helvis's tail, I seem to be able to stretch a lead out a little bit. At this point, I am in the lead. I have not pitted yet. Two of the fast guys, Tom and Rob, have pitted. Tom had issues in the first race, which is why he was up front. But here we go. We are still running. I still have to watch my mirrors because Helvis is, as you've seen in previous videos, a really good driver, really fast and very clean. So any mistake that I might make would mean that Helvis can capitalize and take the lead of the race, which of course we don't want. I don't lead very often. I like it when I do. It does get boring to watch, but you can still see Helvis in the background there as we're going through these final few corners of the track to finish this lap. You can see that Helvis is closing in little by little. He is a faster driver, and this final corner is one that I always struggle with. I coast through it a little too much and it loses me time, but there we see Helvis hitting the pit lane, going in to get his fuel to finish the race. These cars are thirsty, they like to drink, so we do have to stop for fuel in a short 20-minute race. Let's see how things go from here. So here we are, we're dropping back to Steve W. running the Freightliner car. I was just keeping my line nice and clean, keeping it as tidy as I can to stretch out as much of a lead. Hopefully, with a later pit stop, I'll be able to ensure that I get in and out quickly. We'll see if that actually works. But right now, let's focus our attention on Steve W., who's running second now. Agent Smart is just behind, trying to catch, and if you look, you will catch a glimpse of Agent Smart coming out of the corners behind him. So he is there, he is running hard, but we're just catching glimpses as he's there. So he's in the shot, but just barely, just trying to catch up. Again, Steve W. is one of our resident alien drivers, really good, really fast, knows how to handle the cars, where to accelerate, where to brake. Great fun to watch as Steve navigates this tricky, tight track with walls everywhere. And let's be realistic. Walls are dangerous. You don't want to hit them. They will slow you down or stop you if you hit them head on. Let's keep watching. So we just saw Agent Smart go through the video screen, and here we drop back a couple of spots to the early pit stoppers. And those are Tom A and Rob, two really fast guys, always know the right strategy. Sometimes it gets them caught out, sometimes it doesn't. You saw Tom have just a little wiggle coming out of that second gear left-hand corner. There again, he just slides against the wall, doesn't slow him too much, but with Rob right there, you don't want to be making those kind of mistakes. They are, as you can see, closing in on Agent Smart. Through the second gear left, second gear right, out onto the straight, coming into the chicane section here, where again, if taken right, you can take this section in fourth gear. Sometimes you get a better exit in third, but you have to make sure that the rear wheels don't spin up and take you out into the wall on the exit. So this is really a podium battle right here that we're watching with these three cars in frame. And they are all very close. They're all running really close together. This is a beautiful thing to watch. Good, close, hard racing. Everybody pushing one another, trying not to get in the way, trying not to block. Agent Smart with a wider line exiting the final corner. Tom A, Rob right behind, and there just in the background, exiting that corner, we saw Helvis, who's also pitted. So all of these people, aside from Agent Smart, have pitted. They've done their pit stop to make sure that they have enough fuel. Tom just tried to go down the inside of Agent Smart. There just wasn't enough room. He backed out. Otherwise, he would have taken them both out of the race. We're still watching this. We're going to stick with this battle. We're going to watch it for a little bit. It's good, close, hard battling, good racing. We love to see this. We love to be a part of it. Right now, there's no point in watching what I'm doing. I'm out in front, kind of all alone. But here we have Rob coming down the inside, down this long straight into the sharp second gear right corner. Agent Smart hits the wall. Rob takes that position, takes two positions in two corners. And now to try and distract him, we see Tom A throw the lights on as they come in through this chicane section. Great racing. You can't ask for better. Here we are coming through the final corner. Rob leading Tom, leading Agent Smart with Helvis hot on his heels, coming down the front straight. And as we continue on through this race, we can see how close it is. And there I am. I have made my pit stop and I lose 1, 2, 3, 4 positions dropping down the field. I actually made a mistake on that pit stop. I thought I had enough fuel set up to go in. It said I didn't. So I sat there for far too long. That's what cost me multiple positions. I still got out, finished the race, but let's continue watching Rob and Tom and Agent Smart and Helvis here for a little bit because it is a great battle. Tom, you see, using all the track as much as he can and a little bit of the wall just to keep him going straight. That allows Rob to stretch his lead on Tom because when you hit the wall, it slows you down. We're watching Agent Smart make it through the hard left-right chicane without hitting anything. And Helvis right there following him through. You can see how close it is. Maybe 2 car lengths between the two of them as they continue this battle. And they continue to fight one another. Agent Smart placing his car perfectly to maintain that position while he keeps Helvis behind him. down the front straight, following this battle between Agent Smart and Helvis. Coming down, it's a 6th gear, flat out, hard on the brakes through this chicane. Coming through, and Agent Smart makes it through, but we see Helvis have a little bit of an issue. Hits the wall on the inside, half spins the car. That gives Agent Smart the breathing room he needs to, you know, take that long, deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth, relax, get back into the swing, and get back that groove without having the pressure put on him. So here we are, we're going to drop back and see how I'm doing here. It looks like I'm cruising around, there's nobody around. I'm kind of all alone, doing my thing, hitting my marks, on the gas properly, nice and easy. Again, this is what the racing is all about. Sometimes you're in a group, you're in a pack, sometimes it's just you, and you have to maintain your concentration so that you do not hit the walls, do not go off the track if it's not a street circuit. It can be hard. If you followed some of my videos previously, you will know I do lose concentration around this time of the race. We're close to the end, 3 to 4 minutes left. And when you're by yourself, it's hard to keep that concentration going. Let's just watch. We'll continue this race as it unfolds. Here we are coming down the front straight, still all alone, not too much going on there. Coming down here into the chicane, I use a lot of grass. Don't hit the wall, but I come close. Again, hitting my marks, making sure that I am in the right area, maintaining speed, momentum. Even though these things are huge stocking V8s, they still need to keep the momentum up, to keep you flowing. And there you can see what happens when you don't keep your concentration. The quick tap of the wall helps me rotate the car, but not the way I want it. And here we are back to the Agent Smart and Helvis battle. Now they're coming through the chicane here, 4th gear chicane. They navigate that really well. 2nd gear, left-hand corner here. Agent Smart still only a couple of car lengths ahead of Helvis as they continue to navigate this very tricky, tight, concrete-lined track. And through the final corner, you can see that there was someone just flashing by. And is that Agent Smart pitting? Did he pit? Yes, he did. If you look to the right-hand side of your screen, Agent Smart pits and Helvis takes the position. Now, that puts Helvis, I believe, up into the points as he goes through the chicane. Meant to slow people down, but, you know, we're waiting here, we're watching. Agent Smart is there, and boom, there I go. I take the position. Woo! I would have rather have done it on the track, but we still got the position on Agent Smart as he uses the late pit stop, hoping that it doesn't take very long. You just do a splash and a dash, but you got to hit your marks. So here I go down the straight, and we're going to flash up to Tom and Steve running for position here. This is looking like a battle for the final podium position here. Our leader, Rob, he's somewhere out there in the ether. He's doing what he needs to do. Kind of boring to watch, so let's watch these two. Tom A and Steve, both very good drivers, very close quarters here. Okay, I won't say very close, but they're 3 to 4 car lengths together, enough to catch a bit of a draft down the straights. And if there is a bobble, either one can take advantage of that. If Steve makes a bobble like that, that allows Steve to get a couple. That allows Tom to get a couple of car lengths on him. If Tom makes a bobble, that could allow Steve to take that position from him. And here's our leader. Down in the final couple of laps, let's just watch as Rob casually drives his BOC gases Ford Falcon around the lovely street circuit that we are enjoying here in Surfer's Paradise. It would be much better, I will be honest, if I was in Surfer's Paradise right now, enjoying the nice, balmy, warm weather that I'm sure Australia is having, as opposed to our near 0 degree weather here in Ottawa, Ontario. But hey, what can you do? You live where you live. Let's watch the remaining part of the race. You don't need me to tell you what's happening here. We are watching as Rob circulates the track because he is the leader and we want to see the leader cross the finish line. Down the straight, through this left chicane, 4th gear, nice and easy. Rob is not stressing the car as we can see. Through the 2nd gear, left-hand corner. Coming down the straight, 3rd gear, back down to 2nd, left-hand corner, very sharp. You want to stay following this line. Right-hander, 2nd gear, nice and easy. Into the final corner, 1st gear, around the left hand 1st gear, slowly on the throttle. Rob brings it out to the wall, down the front straight, and takes the victory. We see over in the pits that one of our other drivers, I believe it is Rick B, did not finish the race. Must have had a wall intervention that just made him want to stop. So, there we go. Rob takes victory, followed by Steve W. and Tom A. Thank you very much. That was pretty good. Thank you for coming down under to watch the Australian Supercars with me this week. We are staying down under next week as we continue to run these Australian Supercars, but Surfer's Paradise proved to be a fantastic race. I think I finished 4th or 5th. Not the biggest thing in the world, but it was still a fun run. Great to have everybody out. Some of the people that we don't always get out love these cars. That's why we see them, the Toms, the Steves, the Ricks, and the Robs, myself. Anyways, remember, keep all 4 rubber strips on the ground. We don't want to be going too hard or too deep. And if the 4 rubber strips are not on the ground, you've done something wrong. Talk to you soon. And